Welcome to today's presentation, Patient Retention and Increased Revenue Made Easy. Quick disclaimer before we begin, fees and examples are provided for instructional purposes and shouldn't be considered recommendations. Past performance or forecasts don't guarantee future results. Like your patients, you must do the work to achieve outcomes. Hi, everyone, and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Holly Jensen, and I'm the Chief Operations Officer of Cash Practice Systems. And this is the software company Dr. Miles Bodson founded over 20 years ago. And that's where I got my start in chiropractic. You can see me sitting there at the front desk when I first started. I began as Dr. Bodson's CA in 2002, and I've been proudly serving alongside him ever since. The things I'm going to share with you today resulted in Dr. Bodson going from a struggling chiropractor who is on the verge of giving up in practice to achieving extraordinary success, where he converted over 90% of his patients to long-term care and had a 300 patient visit average. To put that in perspective, the national average is 16. His PVA was over 300. Over the last 2 decades, we've been out speaking, helping thousands of chiropractors achieve similar results. And this has led us to discuss this topic nationwide. You've probably seen us speaking at your state association conferences and other seminars. We also have been interviewed in major publications, and the struggles and success, it's actually even featured in a movie. That's right, a movie, thecallingmovie.com. You can actually stream this for free, but I want to play you a very short clip of that movie just to illustrate for you where Dr. Bodson went from struggling to success and where I realized my career in chiropractic as well. Let's take a look here.
More and more patients were starting care, and more importantly, I was no longer losing patients like I was.
Power's on. All right, Hillary, I'll see you next week.
Holly was happy too. She was able to focus on connecting with our patients instead of just asking for payments. And with each yes she heard, she gained more and more confidence. I remember her telling me,
I love witnessing the miracles of chiropractic. Dr. Miles, for the first time in my life, I feel like I have a real sense of purpose.
Holly, that makes me so happy to hear.
I want you to know that I plan on making a career of serving chiropractic right along with you.
Of course, I was thrilled to hear that. I was no longer concerned with the day-to-day operations of the business. Don't get me wrong, I was still involved, but Holly had it totally under control. I often say, although I'm the employer, she's the boss. I was able to do what I had dreamed about all along and just take care of my patients. I love sharing the message of natural health through chiropractic care. Things were really looking up for all of us.
I'm sure many of you can relate to that clip. Like, you just want to focus on taking care of patients without all of the stress. And over the next 25 minutes, we're going to dive into 2 powerful, actionable strategies that will help you solve those exact problems Dr. Bodson faced in practice that resulted in us cultivating unbreakable patient loyalty and compliance and automating and optimizing the practice for effortless profitability. Now, I know your time is incredibly valuable, so let's get right to it. I want to start by acknowledging the reality of your world. As chiropractors, your days are a constant juggle. If those of you who are joining us are not chiropractors, you work in the office, the same applies to you. You're the practitioner, you're the business owner, the manager. Sometimes you're also the billing department. You're trying to keep patients happy, manage your team, handle this seemingly endless administrative tasks, and that eats into your day. It's a lot, and you kind of feel tied down or burnt out. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way to simplify all of that. I'm going to show you how you can spend more time on patient care and less time on paperwork. That's what we're going to talk about. So let's start with one of the biggest challenges as to why your practice might feel stressed. and that's patient dropout. Patients primarily drop out due to one of these four reasons. The pain goes away. There's a lack of follow through on them adhering to their treatment plan, and they don't get results. Their insurance benefits are exhausted, or they're being repeatedly asked for money, leaving them with a feeling of like, oh gosh, it's time to pay again. Why am I still coming? You put so much time and effort into creating the perfect treatment plan for your patient, but then they start missing appointments. They lose their motivation, and before you know it, they've dropped out of care. We've all been there. It's so frustrating for you, and more importantly, it's not good for your patient's health. The next challenge is the administrative burden, the endless billing paperwork, managing patient compliance, manually processing payments, and that awkward, uncomfortable process of having to chase patients for outstanding balances. These are the administrative bottlenecks that are draining you and your team's energy. And what's the result of all of this friction? Lost revenue. Every dropped patient, every payment you have to chase, every hour your team spends on billing instead of on the patient experience, that's money and opportunity walking out the door. And we've spoken to countless chiropractors who feel this way. And the truth is, your focus should be on patient care, not administrative headaches. So this brings us to solution number one. Being able to engineer unbreakable patient loyalty and compliance. So how do we fix this? Let's start with patient loyalty. Most practices still are handling care plans the old way, which is why this image is in black and white. You sit down with the patient, you've gone through the exam, and now it's time to talk about their plan and the cost of care, and you're scribbling numbers down on a piece of paper, or you're using a spreadsheet that's not calculating things properly, causing you to lose money, or even worse, overcharging your patient, and you're trying to explain it all, and the patient feels confused, and they leave with a vague understanding and no real commitment. And that's when they drop off, or they don't even commit. The entire process lacks clarity, professionalism, and buy-in. And that's where our first solution comes in. You don't want to do any of those things. Our solution is you use Cash Practice's Care Plan Calculator. This system doesn't just calculate costs, it's a tool for communication, for commitment. It creates clear, professional, easy to understand care plans that patients can review and sign right away. No more vague numbers on a piece of paper. The patient sees value. They understand the cost. They understand the commitment they're making. And this process fosters true patient understanding and compliance, directly leading to more consistent visits and better outcomes. It really is the first step in building a foundation of loyalty and trust, ensuring patients stick with the full course of care. And the Care Plan Calculator is fully customizable for both cash and insured patients. It's easy to use web-based software and also applies the 7 essential elements of successful and compliant care plans, from calculating compliant discounts for non-covered services, to offering affordable in-house payment options, to satisfying the good faith estimate requirements outlined by federal regulations. The types of plans it can create that you can customize are corrective care plans, whether it's cash and insurance or a blend of both, maintenance plans, wellness care plans, family plans, relief care plans, personal injury plans. Like, pretty much, if you can think of a plan for it, the Care Plan Calculator can do it, and it could calculate for you properly, compliantly with professional results. Here's an example of a family plan. You can see here I'm breaking down patient 1 and patient 2, combining all of their services and products over a specified period of time and applying compliant discounts to non-covered services and giving them affordable payment options. Let me illustrate for this to you a little further. I'm going to zoom in. So this is me building a care plan, and I'm listing out all of the individual services that are taking place during this specified time frame. So we can see here we have our adjustments not covered by insurance. I'm applying in the payment plan column an in-house prompt pay discount of 5%. This example is also showing I can use ChiroHealth USA discount rules to apply further discounts to keep my discounting compliant on those non-covered services. And then I'll add in anything else that's going to take place during this comprehensive program of care, like their progress exams, their progress films, therapies, whatever it is that you're doing in that treatment period. And then we come up with some total, and we take that total and we break it into 3 payment options. Monthly payment options, a down payment followed by smaller monthly payments, or to pay in full. And these payment options model the same behavior that patients are used to paying out in the world when they go to purchase a house or a car or furniture. It's monthly, down in monthly, or pay in full. All right, so that's what we're doing here. I want to show you another example using insurance, because people think our company name is Cash Practice, so we just help cash-based practices, and that's not true. We're primarily helping practices that are a blend of cash and insurance. So in this yellow highlighted section you see here, I have adjustments to meet the deductible. There's 15 of those at $60 a visit, and we're not applying any discounts to it, whether they choose the prompt pay discount or the ChiroHealth USA discount, because compliantly we cannot discount visits that go towards insurance. We're also not discounting copays. What we can discount is the non-covered services. So we want to package up all insured and non-insured visits right from the very beginning, come up with a total, take that total, offer 3 payment options. And the care plan calculator, again, can create any of these. These are not cookie cutter plans, but we work with you to create compliant templates that you can use and customize individually per patient or per family. And thousands of chiropractors are having great success with the care plan calculator. Dr. Felicity reports she was able to achieve a 97% care plan acceptance rate and double her patient visit average from 20 to 40. And Dr. Jason reports that he achieved over 90% of patients committing to long-term care plans and taking his patient visit average from less than 10 to 70. Talk about patients getting better clinical outcomes when they follow through. That's how it's done. But a great care plan is only half of the equation. Once you have a clear plan, the next step is making it effortless to pay for. Because let's be honest, if it's a hassle to pay, patients will use that as an excuse to drop out. And that brings us to solution number 2, automate and optimize payments for effortless profitability. Let's talk about the administrative nightmare that is manual payment processing. You're taking payments over the counter at each visit. You're swiping cards. You're taking payments over the phone. You're sending invoices. Oh, and what about the patients who conveniently forget their wallet? And the most dreaded task of all is making that follow-up call about an outstanding balance due. Ugh, it's awkward, it's uncomfortable, and it's a massive drain on your team's time. This friction hurts your cash flow, and it takes your team away from what they should be doing, which is providing amazing patient experiences. This is where our second solution comes in, the auto-debit system. We want to help you create a frictionless payment experience for all payments being processed, So this system completely automates payment collection. Once the patient has signed their care plan, their payments are automatically processed on a schedule that you both agree on. This means payments are made on time, every time, without any intervention from you and your team. It frees up your front desk team from the administrative tasks and allows them to focus on what they do best, which is welcoming patients and building relationships. In fact, Dr. Michelle reports her cash collections were up 60% in less than 1 year by using the auto debit system. And Dr. Todd reports a 50% increase in monthly recurring auto debits. The auto debit system delivers a frictionless payment experience in your practice. For the patient, it's effortless, right? And it's also convenient, but for you, it's a compliant and profitable way to process payments. It's really a win-win. But the auto debit system doesn't just automate recurring payments, it allows you to securely store cards on file. And that's what I'm demonstrating in this video here. We're securely storing this card on file. In fact, for multiple family members in this example. And I'm processing their card on file, and we can see we have a receipt that shows that their signature is already on file. So we've made this really, really easy to for those patients, especially who they forget their wallet or they have a balance due. We're storing their signature on file for these one-time or recurring payments and automating the way that payment's being collected. So this is a digital signature device, and this allows us to capture our patient's digital signature on a document, allowing us to charge their card on file when they have a balance due. And they can specify what that amount is. Don't charge my card on file if it's for more than $200, as an example. But you have their card on file, and so you make it really easy to automate that way that payment's being collected, and you don't have to have them stop at the front desk, and you don't have to collect signature. All right, moving on. You also want to automate patient receipts. Gone are the days of printing out receipts or holding up the front desk to print something out for a patient. They need their billing history. The system will allow you to send an email to the patient with their receipts that they can access on their phone and access whenever they want. But even better than that is when payments decline, the auto debit system will email the patient a notice that their payment declined, and it includes a link for them to click on to update their own billing information. So this really allows you to be able to create that frictionless payment experience without chasing down money. And then another one of my favorites, they're all my favorites, but another one of my favorites is using a secure payment link. You can place this on your website. You can send this secure payment link out via email. You can use your tech service to send this email link out, whether it's for an appointment reservation fee or patients paying a balance due. Our auto debit system gives you the ability to create numerous secure online payment links that really helps make it easy for you to not chase money down. We want to create a frictionless payment experience in the office. And then this will help you create a predictable, consistent income for your practice, which is going to improve your cash flow dramatically. I want to just recap the things that we've talked about. The care plan calculator drives patient loyalty and compliance by creating a clear, professional patient experience. And then the auto debit system automates payments, creating effortless profitability and a consistent revenue stream. These aren't just tools. They're the foundation for a thriving, stress-free practice. And These tools are also endorsed by industry compliance experts. Kathy Mills Chang of KMC University says, I'm honored to have the opportunity to serve on the board of advisors for a company like Cash Practice. I'm dedicated to the concept of offering payment plans to patients while getting them committed to care. Cash Practice has created the ideal programs that assist doctors with the implementation of such a thing, such as the care plan calculator and the auto-debit system. And Dr. Ray Foxworth of Chiro Health USA. Dr. Ray goes on to say, Cash Practice systems solve problems we didn't even address for doctors. So this is really, powerful endorsements from these industry experts. And with over 250 five-star reviews, we continue to deliver exceptional service and software. I guarantee you cannot find this many five-star reviews for a chiropractic software company. Dr. Carolyn says implementing Cash Practice has been a game changer. The platform offers exceptional flexibility in creating a wide range of care plans and the payment options to suit individual patient needs. She goes on to say automatic monthly payments enhances convenience and consistency for her patients. I love that. Thank you, Dr. Carolyn. Now, you've seen what these strategies can do, but to truly understand how they can work for your specific practice, we need to go deeper. We're just scratching the surface here. I want to invite you to book a free, no obligation strategy session with one of our retention experts. During this session, we'll do a personalized practice analysis and walk you through a custom plan for your practice. We're going to show you exactly how these systems can solve your unique challenges and help you reach your goals. I promise this is not a high pressure sales call. My team, they don't even like doing sales. They just like showing doctors the clear path to have a more profitable and less stressful practice. It's a strategic investment in your future business. So I encourage you, scan that QR code now that you see on your screen. It's going to take you to a calendar. You're going to choose the best day and time for this 15-minute strategy call. Make sure, bring in your partner, your manager, your office manager, your CAs, the decision makers, bring them in, let them see, because they're the ones who are really going to use this, right? You want to make sure your team's on board. Visit cashpractice.com/thrive or scan that QR code. Spaces are limited. Now, we only have so many appointments that we can fit in, so I highly encourage you to book your call today. And when you do, please mention this webinar. We have a special gift just for you. I want to thank you all so much for your time. I look forward to connecting with you soon and helping you achieve the incredible results that you deserve.